This is why the Lord gave a dietary law to keep these type of incidents from happening in the earth. They call Allah Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakwadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and other bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the 144,000, the elect men of the nation of Israel that's teaching in truth, sincerity, and diligence for the sake of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. Yeah, like the scriptures tell you, when the righteous bear rule, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, man. And people been under the rulership of the wicked for so long that they've been desensitized to the fact that they mourning. Here it is over here in Zanzibar, Pemba Island. You eating a deadly meal and you done made it a delicacy. You see? And that's because true righteousness is not going throughout the four corners of the earth. Because if America was righteous, they'll send forth ambassadors or authoritative figures that speak for the land or the authority of America to make a firm law to stop those things from happening over there in that land so that the people of that land can live, man. You know, but here it is. This nigga Esau Edom, he get off on death. Because let's just say if Zanzibar found oil or gold in their land, you are having a United States ambassador over there to take those resources. But yet here it is, you know, news then surfaced that they over there eating a deadly meal, you know, and they done made it a delicacy. But you ain't got shit to say. You see, because this place gets off on death. Even right here in America, they have you eating abominable foods as far as shrimp, crab, lobsters, pork, you know, clams, oysters, you know, all these abominable foods, you know, damn alligator meat, shark meat. And he allow you to do it because he have a Medicare or a healthcare industry that flourish off you getting sick. You know, this nigga pharmacy industry, it flourished off you getting sick and having to go to the pharmacy for pills, having to go to the doctor because you got an ache or you got high cholesterol or high blood pressure from eating pork, man. You know? But this guy, he gets off on destroying you, man. You see? This is why he don't do nothing about it. But let's just say you found gold in your backyard. Now this nigga taping off your whole house, man. You see? But just to read this heading from NBC News, it says 9 dead, 78 others hospitalized after eating sea turtle meat on Zanzibar, Pemba Island. It says in Zanzibar, a semi-autonomous region of the East African nation of Tanzania, sea turtle meat has proven to be sometimes deadly delicacy. Officials have warned against consuming it, you see? And it shouldn't even be no warning for consuming it. It should be an end to it, man. But this just shows you that this place is not righteous. And this is why the Lord is going to take this man out of power and set up one that is profitable. Because once the children of Israel come back into power, rebuke going to go forth, man. And that rebuke is going to cause fear throughout the whole nation. And the sea turtles ain't going to be getting ate no more. You see, real quick. This 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 20. It says, them that sin rebuke before all, that others also may fear, you see? So when the true judges come back into power, rebuke is going to go forth throughout the four corners of the earth, and these nations is going to be in fear, and that's going to cause righteousness to flow throughout the four corners of the earth, just like iniquity is flowing. See, the so-called white man, Esau Edom, he'll go to a nation and put sanctions on that nation for not accepting the LGBT. He did that in certain nations in Africa, man. You see, so this guy here actually destroy you for not being wicked. So on the flip side, we're going to destroy you for not being righteous, man. You see? And it's going to cause rejoice. It's going to cause, peace, for the lack of better terms, to flourish on the earth. Because now you're not going to have niggas getting sick. You know, you're not going to have diseases flourishing, you know, popping up in certain parts of the world. Because the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord is going to be back, you know, being enforced throughout the four corners of the earth. You see, real quick, it's the book of Baruch 4:1. It says, this is the book of the commandments of the Most High and the law that endured forever. You see, these are universal laws on how to govern the planet Earth, man. How to keep the water clean, how to keep the air clean, how to keep the land from being defiled, how to keep food flourishing. You know, you have a land Sabbath you're supposed to keep. And after your land Sabbath, you have an abundance of harvest. But the so-called white man don't follow that. You see, he just take from the earth, and this is why you have grapes that you can hold in your finger, man. Because in the ancient time, it took two mighty men to carry a cluster of grapes, and now your little cousin, your son, can hold a cluster of grapes, man. But that's because the laws was abolished, and the so-called white man, he didn't set up his own laws, in the stead of these universal laws, and you see destruction is flourishing in the earth. But it says, all they that keep it should come to life, but such as leave it shall die. You see? And they done left off the ways of the Lord. And this is why you have the valley of the shadow of death, man. Real quick, let's go here. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24. In verse 4, it says, the earth mourned and faded away. The world languished and faded away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. It says the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. You see? And the guy that's responsible for doing that is the so-called white man Esau Edom. So this is why you have these type of things happening in the earth. People dying from eating abominable foods. People getting sick and dying from pestilences erupting in the earth, from bad air quality, So these things is happening because the so-called white man Esau Edom is in power, and he didn't abolish the universal laws that the Lord Yahweh Ba'al Shai established, man. And this is why you need the children of Israel to come back into power, because we the ones who the laws was given to. So we understand them perfectly, and we know perfectly why these things is happening in the earth, and we know how to reverse it. It starts with this nigga coming out of power, man. You see? And real quick, to go into those laws, Leviticus 11 and verse 9, it says, these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. So if you follow this law, you ain't gonna have no problem with your temple, not functioning properly. You see? But if you go outside of this, you can look to get sick. You can look for high cholesterol, high blood pressure, diabetes, all type of sicknesses, to erupt in your body, because you're not keeping the laws that was made for the body to follow. You see, verse 10, it says, and all that have not fins and scales. Damn turtle ain't got fins and scales. In the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of all living things which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. They shall be even an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses. In abominations. You see, whatsoever have no fins nor scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you. You see, and you ought to follow that, man, if you want your temple functioning properly. But if not, you eat it and you die, man. You eat it, you get sick, your body start acting up, and now you got to run to Esau Edom. You see, he gonna give you some medicine, and now you making this man pharmacy flourish, man. You falling right into his plan. You see? And this is all sorts of things. The swine, you're not supposed to eat the swine. Different fowls of the air. These guys going to eat vultures and things like that. Swarm and pelicans, eagles. This nigga have an eagle stew, a swarm stew. You're not supposed to eat these things. The flying creatures, tell you the flying things, you can eat the locusts after their kind. The beetles after his kind, and the grasshoppers after his kind. You can eat those things, you see. But other flying, creeping things, which have 4 feet, shall be an abomination unto you. So you don't eat things that has 4-legged feet. Even, let's go down here. It says, and whatsoever goeth upon his paw, among all manner of beasts that go on all 4, those are unclean unto you. Whoso toucheth their carcasses shall be unclean until the evening. You see, you don't eat dogs, cats. These damn Chinese people, Esau Edom got these Chinese people over here in America feeding you cats and dogs, and you niggas love it. You're not supposed to eat that shit. It's supposed to be a firm order that's supposed to go out on not to sell that shit. If you sell it, it's gonna be consequences and repercussions. And it's the consequences and repercussions supposed to be so great that they put fear in people. But they don't do that. They allow you to do it because he got a damn medical industry that need money. He got a pharmaceutical industry that need money. So he allow you to fuck yourself up so you can run to him and spend your money, and be married to pills, man. Be married to insulin and shit. You see? It tells you how you're not supposed to eat the mouse, the weasel, but a nigga make a mouse stew, man. You had the little black bitch, she was eating a damn cockroach. And she was picking the arms and the legs off as if it was a delicacy. She eating and crunching on it, smacking on it. Whole time that shit is unlawful, man. And this is what Esau Edom promotes to you, unlawfulness. Because he's desensitizing you to sin, man. So that when you see sin, or when sin is before you, you will partake in it without even knowing. Now you're an abomination in the eyes of the Lord, man. You see? But this is the ways of the wicked. And this is the ways that he promotes to you, man. He promotes death to you. You see? And real quick, it tells you that he is as death. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 3 and chapter 2 and verse 5 says, yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, which is different philosophies, he is a proud man. Yeah, because to be proud is to depart from the ways of the Lord. And this is what this guy do. He built the whole civilization contrary to the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai. He's a proud man. Need to keep it at home, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death, you see? So anything that this guy promotes to you, from the diet, from your way of living, the trends, the things that you should seek after, that you should hold yourself in high morals to, is all going to lead to death because the Lord is nowhere in it. You see, he's saying, cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations and heap unto him all people. And that's why you have different nations of people right here in this society. This is speaking of the so-called white man, Esau Edom. And if you follow after this man, well, you're going to be defiled just like him. See? But I just wanted to speak on it through spirit power, Yahweh Shema Shine, which this is the works of the Lord, man. The Lord caused this to happen to make an example here in the earth, on why you shouldn't eat abominable foods. You see? But with that, I say shalom.